In this session, we'll quickly walk through how to create your own GitHub account and your first repository on GitHub to store your code. Again, think of this as Google Docs, but for code. So to start off, go ahead and navigate to github.com. Just type in GitHub, and you should be redirected to the GitHub main page. Now that you're here, go ahead and click the sign up button. If you've already created your own account, you can just click on sign in and enter your credentials, your username and password. If not, that's not a problem. Just click on sign up. So first you'll need to select your username. So you can choose any name you'd like. I'll just make some random one up now. I'll call it Raybots. Actually, no, let's make it something simple, random. Email address, type in your email address. Mine is jbismarck4@gmail.com. And then make a password for your account. You don't need to sign up for product updates or announcements, so that's fine. You don't need to check this off. Now you'll need to verify the CAPTCHA. Let's see, Spiral Galaxies, this one here. All right, all set, create account. And that's it, you're done. So I'm just gonna close this off. So welcome to GitHub. Your account has been created, it's that easy. Now, if you click on the right-hand side on this little icon, this is basically your account. So what you can do is poke around, tinker with this, take a look at what it offers. But what we're more interested in is the repositories. So right now, we don't have any repositories or projects listed under our account. So we're going to create one by clicking that green new button. Oh, it looks like we have to verify our email address. So go to Gmail or wherever you have your email registered and click on verify email address. And that's it. Your email has been verified. So we can just click out of that, close our email. Let me just refresh this to see if it works now. Okay, perfect. So now that your email has been verified, all you got to do now is simply create a new repository. And a repository is just another word for a project. So if, for example, you have a project that you'd like to share with your classmates, or maybe you have a project that you don't want to just have on your computer, but you'd rather have it living in the cloud on GitHub so that you can access it through any other computer connected to the internet. It would be a good idea to have that project in a repository on GitHub for you to access. So to create a new repository, just click on this green create repository button, and it'll ask you to create a name for your new repository. So the name doesn't matter. You can name it whatever you'd like. For now, I'm just going to call it Raybots example. All right. You can give it a description, but that's optional. And now here you can select whether you want to have this project be made publicly available, meaning anyone can access and look at your code or look at the contents of the project, or you can keep it private in case maybe you don't want to have people going in and poking around and looking at what you've got in your project. I'm going to leave it as public. And you can choose to have what's called a README file in the project. So what this will do, if you check this box off, is GitHub will create your project, but instead of having the repository or the project be empty, meaning it has no files or no contents in the project, it'll automatically create a TXT file called README, like this in all caps. And so what that file is for is just every single project should have a README file that explains what the project is, how to run it, if you need any additional dependencies to run the project, so that if ever any other developers come around and copy your code, they know exactly how to get it to work on their computers. once they copy it onto their computer. So for this example, go ahead and check off add README file, because what that's going to do is, again, it'll automatically create a dummy file, just a blank file in your project. And that way we won't be working with a purely empty project, AKA repository. So go ahead and click that off and then click on create repository. And that's it. You've created your first project. So this is the README file. It shows it at the root of the project. And so now all we need to do is clone the project onto our local computer, make some edits, and push those changes up. But we'll get to that in a future video. So that's all for this session. Again, feel free to reach out in case you run into any issues or have any questions.